matches. So now,
New York, accelerate! Oh, it's been a little while, hasn't it?
ah, you got the third beat.
Good time without us. I know you miss your favorite family. I can't imagine how you all got by. You gotta blame NYCW for taking us out. I mean,
yeah, what's wrong with you?
It just couldn't have been any fun. So we are just so happy to be back. I know that you all just love seeing us here, don't you? Come on.
We're back.
It's always a good time. I don't know about that. So man, we got a good time tonight. Guy Slowski, Fox Vineyard, Right Side Dante Dio.
We love Dante! We love Dante! We love Dante!
No, you don't.
Well, that didn't do him any good last time we were here, did it? I seem to remember Tony kind of put him down.
Okay, Danny. Enough is enough. We gotta get the show on the road. You've been out here drawing for too long. It's time to get started.
You're just the person I wanted to see. History lesson. Who remembers game one? First match on their very first show. I was here. Brandino was here. Not too long after that. Corinne, Cayden, Lucy. You know, we've been some of your most loyal people here, and how do you treat us? Security tried to escort us out of the ring. We got suspended. That's how you treat your most loyal? How about this? You want to do something? When we win our match tonight over Guy Slowski and his little band of mouth breathers, on September 14th, right back here at Planet Wrestling, the family gets any match of their choosing. And I don't mean all just the family. Each one of us gets a match of our choosing. What do you say? What's the board say?
I don't know. Pardon me.
Oh, that's just rude. I should just take a phone call. All right. I'm so busy here. I got plans to plan.
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, then quit talking so much.
All right, Danny. That was the front office.
All right.
So you're gonna get your little match, but on one condition. If you lose, not only do you not get to choose your matches, you have to fight each other.
You know what? Fine. You got a deal.
Yeah. You got a deal?
You got a deal.
All right.
Hello everybody, welcome to NYCW Gangs of New York. I am here, Dominic Schmidt, in the absence of my commentary cohort, Paul Laporte. I am joined by a special guest here, former NYCW inaugural women's champion, the Gladiator of the Geeks, Riley Shepard.
Hello all, happy to be here, honored to be here and watch what goes on with the champ, Corinne Mink. Keep my eyes on her shiny.
We will see her a little bit later on tonight.
And now, our opening contest for Gangs of New York. Team number one making their way to the ring. Consists of
first team out here, well, the first team out here for an official match after we were rudely interrupted by the family of freaks to get things started. The team of WaynO, Dan Terry, Victor Brand, and Alexander Lee of the Main State Posse, the thickest skull north of the wall, is here with the cabinet, being the fourth man. And speaking of fourth man, there's a fifth man here wearing some sort of a badged t-shirt.
Says MSP.
Oh, man. WaynO bringing out all the goons for this match.
Falco just score a basket over there?
Slam dunk, actually. And out comes our second team. Jordan Falco, apparently a basketball master. Lance Madewell and the Nacci Mafia, Dan and Frank Nacci, who have had quite the storied history with the cabinet to begin with. Last we saw them, they were on the receiving end of a beatdown in NYCW's first street fight match. Now they're going to collide again here at Gangs of New York, and I can't think of a more fitting team pair-up than the Naccis versus the cabinet. Seems like a tale as old as time at this point.
Eric did say it was going to be the most violent event ever. I mean, they know what it takes to be in a street fight, so this is a good way to get it started.
Absolutely. And WaynO knows to keep his back to the corner, keep Victor Brand, Secretary of Defense, in front of him. And big surprise, the referee that's always in WaynO's pocket, Chris, is out here to officiate this match. Have to question the impartiality, but unfortunately we keep getting into this situation. We'll see how Chris calls it. Hopefully right down the middle.
Looks like he's already smoozing with Lee over there. And it starts with a brawl, except for WaynO, who's already getting out.
Jordan Falco's sitting in the corner as well, pointing to his head that he's too smart for such sloppy tactics, but Falco's picked his spot, and now he's the only one left in the ring with WaynO. WaynO's looking tan today. That tan on the face, real nice. Must have been down in Mar-a-Lago, enjoying the sun with our president, who, thank God, he was able to free ASAP Rocky from the Swedish prison this week. Many big, great things coming from him this week, especially as the next election leads near. I can only imagine that he's talking with WaynO and figuring out his next steps to work in his charm in the central New York market.
I don't even want to think about that yet. It's already bad enough that we're watching WaynO trying to talk his way into Falco's good graces, but it didn't seem to work.
It does not. Falco laying in those forearms, beating WaynO against the ropes here. And Chris is going to break it up. WaynO tangled in that second rope, getting the break, but Falco with a huge chop, tying his arms back, and another one echoing here. Gets him across, beautiful drop kick, center of the ring. Frank Nacci and Dan Terry are still fighting on the outside. Alexander Lee and Dan Nacci were fighting as well. Chaos still outside the ring, and that is not a legal competitor in this match. Not sure who that is, but another hired hand by WaynO for sure.
They all look the same, wearing black shirt, black pants. I can't tell. They're just very bad security.
Well, that's Victor Brand now in the ring. The original Secretary of Defense taking a big chop from Jordan Falco. Falco now directing traffic here. Frank Nacci stacking bodies in the corner. Dan Terry, Alexander Lee. Nacci's whipping Alexander Lee across the ring right into Victor Brand in the opposite corner. Now going to catapult Dan Terry as well. Fourth splash there from the world's fittest man, DTF. And now it's the Nacci's turn.
I was going to say this is a smart choice using your opponents as weapons against your other opponents, but it also works if you use your teammates too.
Absolutely. And in comes Lance Madewell. And now he's going to go for his chance at the splash in the corner as well. Big stinger splash. Victor Brand hobbled face first down on the mat. Madewell's going up to that second rope. Stumbles a bit.
It's a big boy to be on the second rope and a big smush.
Big splash, and that's it for Victor Brand. He has been eliminated.
I don't know. I like calling it smush better.
Smush. If he hits it again, I will defer to you. A rake of the eyes by Alexander Lee. We've seen the mainstay posse here in NYCW. We know that its members do not like to fight fair. And the members of the cabinet certainly do not as well. Big snapmare takeover into a rear chin lock. Chris minding him, seeing if he wants to verbally submit. There's the call for Victor Brand. Lance Madewell now back on his feet, throwing some back elbows to the midsection of Alexander Lee. Slams him back, hits him with that jumping senton. Here's a cover. Just a 2 count.
Lance tells the mainstay that he's staying with that kick out.
Oh, Lance shoved into the cabinet's corner. European uppercut from Dan Terry. Another one. The world's fittest man's got the world's farmerest tan going.
It accentuates the muscles. Didn't you know that?
Oh, is that what it is? I always thought that it was oil that did that, but I guess a good farmer's tan will do it as well. Just another 2 count. Dan Terry pointing off Jordan Falco from interfering. Lance Madewell back into the cabinet's corner. Another tag. WaynO actually tagging himself in, which is a strange occurrence in tag team matches that involve WaynO. He always seems to like to stay to the outside, and there he goes. Tagging
Can't
out almost
stay in
immediately.
very long.
Alexander Lee back elbows to Lance Madewell, who's got to get out of that corner. Eats a big chop. And a forearm and a chop again, and he's trying to walk it out, but Alexander Lee's staying on him, staying dirt nasty. Lance Madewell reverses, hammering those chops of his own, and headbutts. Pulls Lee out of the corner. Big headbutt, got him hobbled. Oh, and a DDT. Alexander Lee lays Lance out in the center of the ring. Lance able to kick out at 2 again. He's sure got a lot of heart, but Lee's got a lot of hate. He's going to keep bringing it to him. He's got that clinch. Lance Madewell's trying to fight out with some body shots. Oh, and a big clinch knee. Lee hits the ropes. Malfunction in the middle. And Lee winds up on his back. Madewell throws him off. Big body block.
Both men are down in the middle of the ring right now.
Both look to be crawling to make the tags. Get to their partners, start fresh.
Falco's marching over on the edge, trying to get Lance over to him.
Falco wants it. Lee's got the leg, but Lance kicks him off. Falco may have wanted it, but Dan's got the longest arms in this match for sure, and he throws a couple of shoulders into Alexander Lee. Turning the tide, ducks under. Backcracker. Dan from his knee to his ankle is about the same size as Alexander Lee's back. A little bit of playing to the crowd. Oh, but he throws that headbutt.
Despite his size, his headbutt definitely neutralizes a tall guy.
Absolutely. Alexander Lee, the thickest skull north of the walls, got a head to do it. What a big boot. Driving Alexander Lee back down to where he was a moment ago. Still needs to make the tag, but not able to. Jordan Falco comes in and he's putting the right hands right to the side of the head of Alexander Lee. Falco ducks him up and under. Lee runs in the corner, eats a back elbow for his trouble. Falco up to the second rope. Eats a European from Lee. Hooks him up.
The head is breaking chins.
Absolutely, that huge jawbreaker off the second rope, off the back of Alexander Lee. Falco. Super kick from Falco as he breaks that whole cutter. Falco's got the cover. And I'm not sure if WaynO got there in time.
I don't think he did with how angry he seems right now.
Oh, but Chris made the call. That was a 3, and Alexander Lee's out of this contest. And suddenly, it's 4-on-2, and WaynO doesn't want any part of being the legal man.
It's more like 4-on-1 right now because WaynO's a coward.
He's sending in the Secretary of Fitness. Oh, but he'll step up to the challenge here. Frank Nacci.
Are you sure? Because he booked it.
Well, never mind. I've been wrong a couple times in my life, I will admit.
Every time you think WaynO might have gotten a spine, he runs.
Forearms beating Dan Terry against the rope, shoots him across, reversal. Frankie eats Dan Terry's knee. The Secretary of Fitness going to work. Elbows 12-6 on the back of Frankie's head. And another and another. It's like I'm watching old Pride tapes. He's throwing those elbows. Hooks one leg. Back press, just gets a 2. Frankie's fresh in this match. He's going to have to do a little more work if he wants to eliminate one of the members of the Nacci Mafia here. And WaynO makes the tag in now that he's got the advantage, and he's laying in those shots right between the shoulder blades of Frank Nacci.
Frankie may be fresh, but when it's 2-on-1, that goes away real fast.
He's dragging his face across the top rope. And the crowd here booing the tactics of the cabinet. European uppercut.
I got it. His farmer's tan. So red hat, blue shorts, white, farmer's tan.
Yeah, there you go.
Red, white, and blue. Perfect.
This is America as it gets. I like it. And Dan Terry likes that European uppercut. Both men trading them in the center of the ring. Jockeying for position.
Who do you have? Which one do you think is going to win this bout of uppercuts?
Dan Terry's the world's fittest man. Looks like he's got the advantage now, but I wouldn't count out Frank Nacci. Sicilian death there, throwing him up. It's that huge European uppercut, and it looks like he's going to come away with the advantage. Now the Nacci Mafia stirring the sauce. Airplane spin. There goes the big boot. TKO. Dan Terry's punch drunk, still throwing European uppercuts. He doesn't know where he is.
He's trying, has no idea who he's hitting. It's air. It's air.
The 6'7" Dan Nacci hits him with that huge choke slam. And 4-on-1 has become a very real scenario for WaynO here.
So if you were in this situation, what would you do?
Am I WaynO in this situation, or am I me?
I'm sorry. If you're WaynO in this situation, or you, I mean, you're in WaynO's spot.
I take a walk.
Do you kneel to them, bow to them, just kiss their feet, or run really, really fast?
Maybe shake their hands, you know, good match, clean competition. And
do you think they'll believe that?
Probably not, but hey, whatever keeps you alive to fight another day.
Running.
And
Running
there it
apparently
is.
keeps him alive, as we've seen before.
And in comes Victor Brandon, that other agent. It looks like they're gonna walk WaynO to the back, and I got to imagine that's it. Chris is making the 10 count, but I think you could count to 100. WaynO's not dragging that spineless carcass back
I
to
don't
the
think
ring.
he's coming back, and as you predicted, he's not.
And there it is. Our first Gangs of New York match is through, and it is a clean sweep. Lance Madewell, Jordan Falco, and the Nacci Mafia taking it to the cabinet. And that's got to be a sign of things to come. These guys have to have earned some sort of nod in the eyes of the front office, and good things may be on the horizon.
When you
We
don't
will
lose
see.
even one teammate, I do have to say that's a strong team right there.
That it is. And Nacci will collect his hardware,
Hardware is a pot
and they will
and a spoon, just for clarification.
They will continue to stir the sauce. They head back to the locker room, and we continue forward. NYCW's Gangs in New York.
Our next match is set for one fall. Yeah, that was really good tonight. Yeah. You've been practicing at home, haven't you? In the singles contest. First, making their way to the ring. He hails from the greatest city of
Yours truly, Old World, Brandino, Cayden!
50 pounds. He is Brandino.
You smell? Hey, your uncle looks like a helmet person. Who are you? I am the best out of you. Better than New York City. Guess what? I'm not from the Jets. Definitely not from the mistaken area.
And his opponent, from Albany, New York. He weighs in tonight in 185 pounds.
Lily Terrell is here to make some noise, as you know what time it is. What's going
Right out the gate, Elite is pushing Brandon Langley.
Elite is certainly no stranger to Beacon. He's going to try to get under the skin of Brandon Langley.
Elite is arguing with the ref, doesn't seem to like being checked for weapons. Doesn't he know that's part of wrestling? You gotta make sure.
Just trying not to get profiled.
Ooh, crowd does not like Brandon Langley.
Crowd chanting, "Who are you?" Brandon Langley not taking to the newcomer here. Crowd going wild though for Elite Terrell. One half of the street. We know them well here in NYCW.
I don't think Brandon agrees with the crowd in their opinion of the elite. And still being booed, Brandon's not happy.
He tried another corner, got the same response.
Oh, he's flossing. Terrell is flossing in the middle of the ring. That gets him more cheers. I would have to cheer that too because you don't want to see me floss. That was impressive.
I barely have the coordination to walk around, let alone floss.
I've got a bum knee. We're not going with the walk-in step talk over here.
Waist lock applied. Elite Terrell moves it into the side headlock. Brandon Langley, smart lock, tying himself up in the ropes to break the hold. Brandon Langley wearing that traditional wrestler singlet. Have to imagine he's no stranger to the side headlock, the old school catch as catch can style of wrestling.
Or a punch to the face, apparently.
Nothing new school about that, but huge head scissors takeover sends Brandon outside, taking a walk on the outside, recollecting himself.
Regrouping and yelling and taking a dive into the guardrail. Brandon does not like that at all. He's feeling that in his spine for sure.
Elite Terrell like a cruise missile over that second rope.
And calling him a loser. Did you see that the L dance over there?
He's clowning him hard, but big reversal.
Maybe less dancing and then he wouldn't be smashed into the apron by Brandon.
Brandon Langley pulling that leg, turning Elite Terrell inside out, and he landed on his head hard on that apron. That'll take you out faster than you think. Throws him back in. Now, you're no stranger to injury after winning the NYCW Women's Championship. You had a injured ACL, was it?
Yes, I completely ripped off my femur and had to get it reconstructed. So, yes, no stranger whatsoever for injury, but as wrestlers, we definitely learn to work through those injuries, and as Terrell is finding out, you work through the pain in your back, in your face, and your knee, and that's how you win.
And he's going to try to work through it. Brandon Langley staying on him, and definitely with the advantage here. Thinking about a next strategy, but he's going to go for that rear naked.
He's trying to wear Terrell down.
Absolutely, and keeping Terrell off his feet, keeping him from high-flying and fast-paced offense that he's known for is definitely the way to try to keep the match in control and at your own pace. But Terrell fighting out.
His agility works for him until he gets caught by the big man.
Double
Gets put down.
A spine buster. Only a 2 count. Big, powerful style from Brandon Langley, and the straps come down.
Now, I always wondered, when they take the straps down, does that help get leverage, or?
It powers you up. It makes you feel superhuman.
Oh, so,
I have to imagine.
So he hulked up by taking his straps off.
Absolutely, and now he's hulked up to the top rope. Diving senton.
It would have helped if his straps were up and he might have had more protection.
Well, it's a little late for that. And Brandon Langley is feeling the effects of that missed diving senton. Elite Terrell able to roll out of the way, and now the crowd begging Terrell back to his feet. Blocks the punch, laying in a couple of rights of his own. Ducks another one, back handspring, cutter. Both men down center of the ring.
Seemed to take a lot out of Terrell.
That explosive offense will definitely wear you down. You got to take your advantage when you got it, and he was able to even the odds, but now it's whoever can get back to their feet first that's really going to be at an advantage going forward.
And Terrell's got to work to keep the big man off of his feet, because it's the only way. He has agility, he has speed, but he's got to cut him down to size, and the best way to do that is keep him from his feet.
Yeah, not able to get his hips under him, not able to get the arms around him. Every man is the same size on their back, and Lee Terrell goes over that top rope with that huge arm in the corner.
The other thing of that, every man is just as tall when you're on the top rope too. They're below you.
I've never heard that one, but Lee Terrell drops the leg across the back and neck of Brandon Langley. Kick out at 2. Not quite sure who the crowd's behind. I assume Lee Terrell, who misses the shoulder tackle. Dives himself into the corner. Huge Uranagi there. Holding down the arms of Lee Terrell, but unable to get the 3. Lee Terrell's got a lot of heart. We've seen him in a lot of big matches here in NYCW. And he's going to keep bringing the fight. And Brandon Langley's dragging him up by the hair, going to stay on him as well.
That is, as a wrestler, I don't know if it's a female thing, but I gotta say, as a wrestler, when someone grabs your hair, I see red. Someone grabs my hair, someone slaps my face, those are the 2 things. I see red, and I think that's what Terrell is seeing right now.
And he's delivering red with that huge backcracker.
Brandon is hanging over the middle rope right now. Terrell's got to capitalize on that. Oh, but Brandon climbs to his feet.
I thought we were going to see one of those tiger feint kicks from Lee Terrell, but Brandon Langley able to get up. Spear diving straight through and cutting Brandon Langley in half. And that's 3. Lee Terrell's going to walk away with this singles contest victory. A good showing from Brandon Langley, but not able to get the job done here tonight against Lee Terrell, who walks away with a nice, clean victory. Nothing's got to feel better than success.
You peaked in high school. You're garbage.
No stepdads, no Nacci Mafia, killers, they were the champs.
Partners tonight, Cayden and Ep20.
Get that camera out of my face!
Killer Instinct off of their first successful title defense against the Process last month. Out here tonight, finding themselves with some new partners in Cayden of the Defiance. Unfortunately, Maximo Suave and Nick Sullivan could not be here tonight to fill out the 4th spot, but we have ECW original HC Loke here. It sounds like someone called in a few favors to get a little backup here on this Killer Instinct Defiance team.
Cayden doesn't seem to like streamers either. of Team Espana. Unfortunately, Jose is out with a shoulder injury. They had to replace him with Matic. Hopefully that injury won't keep him out too long, and Jose B, you can see him soon.
In the process, we've seen them before. We saw them against Killer Instinct last month. Cody Love, TC Cooper.
Just a question: does do they have "Turn Off the Sun" written on his chest?
That's what it looks like, as well as Madness on one arm. Something sweat on the other. I can't see because of that.
Did you say something sweat because the sweat probably
Something
sweated off?
Sweat? Oh God, what is it? Kevin Cartwright is no good nastiness incarnate as he adjusts his shorts. I think it says selling sweat.
I think sweat is rubbing it off. But turn off the sun.
That makes sense. I can agree with that. Kevin Cartwright is a rather pale guy.
I feel like using suntan lotion might be easier than turning off the sun.
It's not about easy, it's about what's best.
Oh. Just for him though, the best for him, right? Just
yeah.
because I feel like Earth might not be good.
Who's thinking about Earth at a time like
I'm
this?
just climate change and all that good stuff. We need the sun, you know. But that's okay, I digress. Killer Instinct, like you said, the tag team champs, they faced the process last show, Star Spangled Slammers, and won. So it'll be an interesting bout to see them face them again. Maybe with a little more backup, they might pull out the win process.
Be quite the shocker. The process are relatively new, not to say anything of KI's longevity, but they have fought their way to the top, dethroning the Stepdads 2 months ago in a shocker of an upset. Now Chris Cayden's clowning a bit in the center of the ring there with those streamers. And he likes streamers now. I don't know what you saw earlier to make you think otherwise, but
they threw streamers on him, that whole bunch of black and blue streamers, and he got all caught up in them and threw them back at the crowd. He was very grumpy about it. But I guess when he gets to play with the streamers and through them, he likes them more.
I don't think I've ever really seen any of the members of the Defiance in not a grumpy mood at the absolute least. But Chris Cayden here, still running his mouth here against Cody Love. And it's going to be Cody Love starting it off with Chris Cayden. Big shoving match, shoving Cayden all the way back into his corner.
Man, for a skinny guy, he has some force behind that shove, but also some force behind the punches they're trading too.
Big shots in the center of the ring. Talk about pound for pound. Cody Love knocking the taste out of Chris Cayden's mouth.
Cody Love is showing some love with those punches to his face, right in the kisser.
And in comes TC Cooper. Innovative offense. Using his partner as a lawn dart there, right across the midsection.
It's actually a very good offense. I've used that with some of my team partners. Definitely very good when you get to throw them at the opponents.
I can imagine, although the process are relatively light pair of guys here. Not sure how much damage that could do to a larger guy like HC Loke if that were to happen to him. ECW original here about to lock up TC Cooper. Backs him against the ropes. Cooper's showing some good heart trying to fight him out. Collar elbow. Oh, wrist control going for that short arm clothesline. Now TC Cooper throwing some shots. Irish whip into the corner.
Like I said, Chris over there throwing the streamers back. I told you they made him grumpy. Sorry, I digress again.
Oh, not a problem. Not for me, but TC Cooper's a problem for HC Loke. Shotgun springboard drop kick. Kip up. Half the process is in control here, but reversal. Saito suplex right, high angle, right on the back. TC Cooper's neck.
HC Loke is throwing off his shirt and throwing it at his teammates. Apparently that makes him stronger.
Huge short arm clothesline folds him up.
And
right in half, and there goes half of the process.
You're right, removing an article of clothing apparently does make you Hulk up.
I've never seen it not work. That's all I'm saying. And the referee and Maddox helping TC Cooper out of the ring and out of this match. HC Loke now. Bit of a shoving contest here with Maddox. European uppercut. Going shot for shot. Maddox getting the advantage. A couple more Europeans against the ropes. Reverse. Oh, big drop kick. Maddox keeps control. Pumping up this crowd. In comes Mike Skyros, half the tag team champs. Oh, and gets a head scissors takedown for his trouble. Hip toss. Maddox in control. Innovative offense. Oh, Chris Cayden eats a bicycle kick. He's out.
Now taking out 3 of the team.
Kevin Cartwright looks like he's picking his spot. There it is.
But the 4th one comes to play.
Oh, but
took him out too.
Still, oh, but Kevin Cartwright still grabbing the ankle. Oh, and Mike Skyros with the small window of advantage hits that Shining Wizard. Just like that, Maddox is eliminated.
Maddox was able to handle the 3, but like I said, that 4th teammate came into play and it took him out.
4 on 1 will do that to ya. Oh, and Hoseby with the roll up on Skyros. Skyros able to kick out. Oh, misses in the corner. Bounce off the buckle. Kick out again. Cuts Hoseby off at the pass.
Hoseby's representing his home country of Spain. Like I said, he's a little bit lonely without Jose, but he seems to be doing pretty okay as he rolls up one of the tag team champs.
Skyros with the 2. Innovative pin there. Just about half of a European clutch. Hoseby keeping Mike Skyros in his corner here. Tags in Cody Love, the remaining member of the process.
I think they realize with them missing one half of their tag team, they'll use each other, and that works just as well.
They're going to have to learn how to coexist here pretty quick. Cody Love goes for the pin. Oh, and Kevin Cartwright in. And this is another, we're seeing 2-on-4 advantage. The 4 are always going to have it. Skyros with that front face lock.
Unfortunately, like I said, they're Hoseby and half of the process are trying to make a tag team, whereas Killer Instinct are a well-oiled machine, and saw what happened with that.
Not only a tag team, but the best tag team in NYCW. They carry those belts with pride, even if they had to steal them to start. Oh, and Hoseby breaking up the pin. Skyros with just a cocky knee to the chest of Cody Love for a cover.
I have heard Mike likes to steal belts and has put all of NYCW on notice that he's coming for everyone's, including the women's division.
He's said it 100 times on Facebook. He'll say it 100 more. Give me your belts. The Moonlight Sun wants them all. He's jaw-jacking here with Cody Love. Begs in the punch and then takes a step back, parries it, and now stomps the chest. Cody Love flat on his back. Skyros knowing to take out the partner. Hoseby now to the outside, but here he comes. But it only serves as a distraction on the referee, and now Chris Cayden of the Defiance comes in.
Ref got really distracted. Killer Instincts in there using their tag team tactics
Oh!
to advantage and taking him out.
Skyros hits another Shining Wizard, but it's on his own partner.
That's what happens.
Spinning headbutt right to the heart of Mike Skyros. Cody Love with the cover. And gets the pinfall off of the Shining Wizard from Mike Skyros. Chris Cayden doesn't know what happened.
Remember when I talked about Chris being grumpy? I think he's going to be super grumpy now that his teammate got him eliminated.
Seems like it, and he's not getting out of the ring.
Uh-oh. This might be trouble.
Oh! HC Loke not happy with Mike Skyros taking out Chris Cayden with that Shining Wizard. He comes in with the short arm clothesline.
Cody's taking advantage.
And HC Loke and Chris Cayden are out of here.
There goes Skyros.
And all of a sudden, it's went from 4-on-2 to 2-on-1, and Kevin Cartwright's going to have to find his way through this match alone. Now just choking Cody Love. Referee's got to step in here. Might get him disqualified. I don't think he gives a damn.
I think he's panicking at this point. He's just trying to do whatever he can to win it.
He's got him up. Another big body slam. It's the ropes. Sliding lariat. Cody Love kicks out at 2.
The one thing as a wrestler you have to realize, he's getting a little bit inundated with taking out Cody, but he still has one other man that's on the outside that you can't forget, and that's Hose B. So while he's over here playing games and using gruesome fingers.
If these are games I don't want to play, but you are absolutely correct. Even if he can finish off Cody Love, he's still got to deal with Hose B, who definitely has the size advantage on him. Hooks him up now. Double underhook. Looking for maybe a butterfly suplex into the corner.
Cody's having none of it and dead weighting him. But gets taken out by the elbow and is dead.
Elbow right across the jaw, knock your lights out.
Remember when I said about the slapping in the face and the pulling the hair? Well, he just got slapped in the face by Cartwright, and I don't think that's going to bode well for him, and it's not.
He's throwing some slaps of his own. Cartwright blocks. Stepping over the top. Full Nelson. He's got that full Nelson applied right in the center of the ring. Hose B is trying to get the crowd behind Cody Love. Cody Love's trying to get Kevin Cartwright back into his corner so he can make the tag.
Cartwright's right where Hoseby can take advantage as long as Cody can tag in his partner.
Cody hasn't reached out for the tag. I got to question that while he was in that corner. Kevin Cartwright's now fighting him all the way back across the ring.
He looks like he got rocked a little bit. Doesn't seem to be able to think about reaching out to his partner. Just trying to think about getting up on his feet at this point.
Especially in that full Nelson, you're just trying to keep conscious. Hoseby was looking for that blind tag, unable to reach out and get it off of the back of Cody Love. Now Cody Love throwing those back elbows into the midsection of Kevin Cartwright, who's going to get him up in a fireman's position. But he's able to fight his way out. Side effect. Cody Love now, oh, I thought he was going to stagger into his own corner, but he's going to stay on the offense here. Irish whip. Hoseby's in. I don't think there was a tag, but.
I didn't see one either.
Oh, and malfunction at the junction there. Kevin Cartwright slipping out the back. Big boot.
Cartwright took advantage of the teammates taking each other out.
That seems to be the story of this match. Big back sidewalk slam. It looked like a back body drop that Kevin Cartwright was trying to turn into something else. And now it's one-on-one. Hoseby on the outside. Referee's already counting up to 2. Kevin Cartwright's imploring him to count faster. He wants out of this match.
Cartwright is trying so hard to get the ref to count a faster 10, but the ref has to do his job, so even though he might be panicking, he's gonna have to wait. Hoseby made it in,
Hoseby
but
made it in.
Cartwright is slapping the crap out of him.
Not sure if Hoseby even knew what the count was. I'm not sure if he counts in English or Spanish usually, but
Spanglish.
Spanglish able to get into the ring. Kevin Cartwright, huge lariat across, or Irish whip across the ring into that turnbuckle hard, and Hoseby bounces back, and he's flat on his back now. Back up, another Irish whip. Hoseby becoming very familiar with these turnbuckles as Kevin Cartwright is trying to introduce them to each and every one.
Yeah, you would think turnbuckles with the padding that has on, the little bits of the metals in the corner, that it wouldn't feel so bad, but let me tell you, it still feels bad.
Nothing good about getting your back thrown into anything, honestly. And Kevin Cartwright with the finger down his throat, and now Hoseby helping him out,
is
getting
using
it a little
Cartwright's
deeper.
own limbs against him. Own phalanges.
And fighting him into the corner, and now it looks like he's going to go for an Irish whip of his own. All right, in.
He's still clutching that back that he had in the turnbuckle while he does that.
Oh, and he's able to roll out, hit the Famouser. La Famouser. And WaynO slides into the ring, and he's attacking Hoseby. This is going to be a disqualification. This is...
What the heck is he doing in there? This
and he's
has
in.
nothing to do with them.
And it looks like, now, don't quote me on this, but it seems like WaynO's doing a little enforcing of some border laws in his mind. And I mean
they do know that Hoseby is a legal citizen, right?
He's not from Mexico either. He's
right,
from Spain.
But I mean, with that red hat squeezing his brain, he obviously can't tell where someone's from. What are they doing?
Well, whatever WaynO has planned, Hoseby and his team are going to be declared the winners here. But it looks like the beatdown is not over with.
Looks like Killer Instinct is not having any part of this.
Kevin Cartwright is fine letting this happen. He's going to walk back and meet back up with Mike Skyros, and WaynO's going to do whatever the hell he wants out here with Hoseby. I don't even know.
You know, I'm all for making wrestling great, but when you're going to go and attack people just because of where they're from, which is what I probably good educated guess is what's going on right now, that doesn't make anything great.
Perhaps he's working out some frustrations from getting swept in the earlier contest.
Maybe
him and his
he
team
should have had
lost.
a better team. His team doesn't seem to be very good, so they'll just pick on someone who's already tired.
And no one is coming to the aid of Hoseby. WaynO depositing Hoseby to the outside. And ordering his Secretary of Defense and that other agent he's got in his pocket to drag Hoseby out of here. Much to the lamentations of the crowd. WaynO saying, get him out of here. And that's the end of that contest.
Before we introduce this next match, I'd like everyone to give a big round of applause to our special guest commentator tonight. She is the very first NYCW Women's Champion. Give it up for Ronnie Shepherd! And now, our next contest is the NYCW Women's Championship.
Nothing like a little adulation from the fans.
I missed here. I missed NYCW so much. It's been a few months, so the fact that I get to be back even in some small, I say small just because I love wrestling, but commentary is a big way too. Being a part of this is amazing, and being able to watch a never championship match for the women's division, cherry on top.
Get to keep an eye on the women's division here in NYCW. Watch as it grows.
And being followed by the cabinet.
WaynO's back out here. I mean, he said it before. No collusion, no obstruction. But it seems like he's going to be cornering Miss Slamovich here in this contest.
Cornering or recruiting?
Well, I haven't seen any bills come out of his pocket yet, so...
I don't think he normally does things by the book.
He does things by the checkbook.
Let's see if Masha can be bought.
Well, WaynO's got that microphone. We're going to find out.
I had to clear out the ring. I had to clear it out for this match.
Get out of here, comrade!
Was not making wrestling great again. Sorry. Now this is a true American woman. Very American. Very American.
Confusing!
It's a very, very amazing American flag she's carrying. True. If you think this is a Russian flag, you obviously follow CNN, the fake news.
Make wrestling great! Hurry up! You are fake news!
Crowd doesn't like WaynO telling him he's fake news, and considering that is a Russian flag, he is fake.
I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation to why that flag has 3 bars, red, white, and blue.
Miami, Florida. It's the Golden Girl.
Corinne always has cheesecake, which makes me love her even more. I respect her for wrestling. I respect her for her positive, amazing attitude. And I love her for her cheesecake.
So no hard feelings with Corinne Mink. She was in that match where you were injured, the inaugural Women's Championship match that you won. Had to relinquish the title. Corinne Mink filled in that power vacuum, and now she sits atop the women's division here in NYCW. Cheesecake and all.
Corinne has defended that title. She won it from, like you said, vacancy. No hard feelings whatsoever. Someone had to be champion while I'm rehabbing my knee. And she's defended it successfully. Got it that time. Twice now against Christina Marie. And Anastasia.
And PJ Gonzalez too, I believe.
That was
that was when she won.
When she won it, it was against PJ Gonzalez and Christina Marie. That was the match that she actually did win it. So far, the only 2 people that she beat from our original match when we had it for that women's division, it was me, Corinne, Christina, and PJ, or PJ and Christina. But she has yet to beat me.
Is that a gauntlet being laid down that I hear?
I mean, it might be, but the fact is, I get to watch this and take some notes.
Well, we'll see how well Corinne Mink does on her own. It seems like Masha Slamovich has quite a bit of backup here in the form of WaynO and his goons standing over by the entranceway.
Yeah, and like I said, I have a lot of respect for Corinne, but Masha is the Russian dynamite, and she has backup here, so she's definitely no one to thumb your nose at.
Corinne Mink's got her back into the ropes there. Masha's going to take a walk to the outside. regroup, do a little yelling.
Taking a page of WaynO's book, apparently. Apparently, she fits in well with the cabinet.
The cabinet loves to take walks, and Corinne Mink going for that double axe handle. Masha happened to be walking out of the way. Says press on the outside.
Didn't stop Corinne from taking over anyway.
Corinne laying in those right hands, shoving WaynO out of the way. Huge Irish whip right into the exposed guardrail.
Corinne knows who she needs to concentrate on. Even though WaynO's out there, he's not in the women's division. He needs to stay out of it.
Corinne Mink playing to the crowd. WaynO trying to help up Masha.
That's right, Corinne. You show him. You tell him to get out of the women's division. Oh no, Masha hit with a flag.
That American flag right across the back of Corinne
It's Russian.
Mink.
Don't let WaynO tell you otherwise. It's a Russian flag.
It's red, white, and blue. I don't understand. I'm so confused.
I'll Google
I'm just
it.
a
I'll
naive
Google
child.
it and show you the picture. It's fine.
All I know is flamingos. And Masha Slamovich in control now in the center of the ring.
Going to work on the back that she just so rudely hit Corinne with her flag in.
Wrenching that throat. Holding on for the entire 4 count there. She knows the rules and she's going to use them to every degree, every stretch without breaking. Whip into the corner. Corinne comes out, eats the clothesline. Just a 2. Corinne Mink able to get the shoulder up. Huge gut wrench suplex. And another 2 count. Maybe Corinne Mink wished she brought backup. Although I guess there's only one remaining Golden Girl at this point in time, but
Corinne says she doesn't need backup because she's going to punch Masha in the face.
she's doing it now. Shoots her across the ring, Irish whip. Boom, Masha catches it. Holds her in. Huge side suplex. Masha's yelling something at her. Drop kick in the corner.
Masha likes to call herself the third coming of Dynamite. She loves throwing those suplexes.
And she is quite the powerhouse that we've seen so far. And unfortunately for Corinne Mink, she is getting manhandled here.
Masha seems to be honing in on that back. She's aggressive and nasty, and once she hones in, it seems like Corinne's having trouble getting up.
Tunnel vision to the small of the back, and now steps through. Sets her up. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter applied in the center of the ring.
Corinne's got to fight her way out or crawl her way to the ropes, and she's inching closer. So close. She does have to use those long arms.
And Masha stands back up, letting go of the pressure a bit, but readjusting here and tying her up even more to the center. And Masha's so sat back in that sharpshooter. Corinne Mink, fingertips away. Oh, rolls her through instead of grabbing the ropes.
It's one way to get out of it and also hurt your opponent. That's very, very smart on Corinne's part.
Back of Masha's head, hitting that bottom turnbuckle. Corinne Mink, though, writhing in pain in the center of the ring. She was in that sharpshooter for a long time.
Telling you that back took a lot of pain right now. Your tolerance can only go so far. Hopefully she can fight through it.
Masha going for the splash from the top rope. Corinne's able to roll out of the way.
A belly flop to the middle of the ring is definitely a way to neutralize the opponent. It does not feel good. You know belly flops into the pool?
I can only imagine they don't feel as good
This is worse.
on the canvas. Now both women up. Masha comes charging, eats a back elbow. Comes back for another. Oh, boot. Corinne breaks the reversal. Hits her with that forearm. Big boot right to the chest. Knocking Masha down.
That boot that Masha caught earlier came back to haunt her, apparently.
Big pop-up power bomb. Masha kicks out. Corinne Mink has definitely been able to regain control in this matchup. Drag Masha back to her feet, into the corner. Body attack in the corner.
She's still clutching that back, though. She's using the hips, but that back, I'm a little worried it's going to come back to haunt her.
We'll definitely see how it factors in as she goes for some bigger offense. She hits another Bronco Buster.
The Golden Girl is taking it to Masha for sure. Asking for one more, trying to pull it out.
Getting the crowd fired up here. Oh, and Masha out of the way. Corinne stuck on that second rope, eats a backcracker. Masha still working on that back. Got to applaud her focused attack. She came in here with a game plan, it seems, and she's executing it near perfection.
I begrudgingly have to say, I do respect that she came in with a game plan and she's executing it pretty well.
Oh, but WaynO is getting the women's title.
He didn't, who says he gets to touch that? He didn't ever fight for it. What are they,
Handing it off to
kidding me?
Masha. And Corinne knocks WaynO. Masha lost the
Looks
title
like
the
she's
outside.
going for a finisher, and she hits it. Sicilian
hit.
Salmonac.
Corinne Mink with the win. And a successful title defense here for Corinne Mink. Riley Shepard on her feet, applauding the victory. Have to imagine it's only a matter of time before the two of them meet for that NYCW Women's Championship that, frankly, Riley never lost. And now Corinne is calling WaynO into the ring. I don't know if WaynO's explaining his actions or...
I have to respect Corinne for that win. Definitely need to applaud her, but I have to respect her even more for just taking out WaynO.
Another Sicilian Salmonac for WaynO.
And throwing his hat at his head. Yes. Yes. That's a Golden Girl. That's one I can respect.
The crowd loves it. And she loves them.
Do have to say, her song says, "Thank you for being a friend." I'd like her as a friend, but I'd like her even better as an opponent.
You heard it here first, folks. Not so subtle call out of the women's champion. WaynO getting helped out.